Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Splatoon! Last time, we were joined by that SRB2 dude to sharpen our splatling skills. I very much appreciated that. I tried to make that have alliteration, but it didn't quite work right there. I'm really sorry, especially to you English majors out there who probably cringed at that, and anyone over the age of 12 who also did, though, I'm sorry. Anyway, we did that, and we also went over the remaining Amiibo Challenge rewards and the final Sunken Scroll. We're just an overachiever like that, 100% completing multiple things in the same episode. This time, we're back at Ingopolis Plaza, where we're going to be joined by yet another guest in just a moment. But before we do that, it's time for probably the most awkward topical thing yet. Okay, what we're seeing today is The Art of Splatoon, the art book with Splatitude. It's almost as cheesy as the .52 gal player on the front cover. Okay. The reason why this is so awkward is that this book was released in Japan well over a year ago, and I imported a copy so that I could talk about its contents in this Let's Play. It's a fantastic book. It goes over the prop design, the overall stylish look of the game, how a lot of the designs and logos within the world were settled on. That's a super underappreciated aspect of games, by the way. The fact that somebody had to sit there and design all those logos that look good enough that they could be real companies. A lot of people don't stop and think about that, but it's something that takes a lot of hard work. Anyway, the development of certain characters, how they might have looked earlier in development, how some weapons and sub-weapons looked. Even some drop map concepts that didn't make it into the final game. It is a wonderful book. So why is this so awkward? Well, with over a year going by without any plans for a localization, I was certain this was never going to get released outside of Japan. I was 2 days away from making a video that would spoil all the content in this book so that people that weren't Japanese could actually enjoy its contents. I was even in the process of getting the text on the inside translated in certain areas so that I could tell you all about its contents. That announcement could not have been better timed. I would have been stepping on so many toes by doing that, and instead, I'm just gonna merely end it by telling you, hey, I've told you about what you can expect from this book, told you that I give it my glowing recommendation, and I highly suggest you buy it when it comes out. It is a wonderful book. I enjoyed it even in Japanese. All right, that's all I wanted to say. It's a very important non-gamey thing that has to do with this game. Now, we are going to be joined by a guest for the weapon of the day, as well as our Turf Wars matches by extension, because that's just how we do things around here. I wouldn't skip the matches just because we went over a weapon that I don't like. See? I was even nice enough to the ink brush to do that. So who is our guest? Introduce yourself. I'm not going to do it.
Hello, everyone. I am Derek from Game Explain, and you may remember me from these various Splatfest streams I had. Love this game. I think it's one of my top 3 on the system, and cannot wait to show off the sloshing machine.
Gonna go ahead and spoil what we're talking about today right off the bat, out of the gate.
Well, I might as well steal your thunder.
When you said, like, I'm Derek from Game Explain, you might remember me from such, I was thinking of Troy McClure.
I'm here to swindle you.
Oh my gosh, it's like you may remember me from such films as Homer in the Shower and Homer on the Toilet. Actually, no, that was part that said that. Never mind. I haven't watched The Simpsons in a very long time.
Me neither.
Anyway. Okay, well, with that, I guess we might as well not waste any more time if you've already spoiled it, so on to the weapon of the day!
Yep, alright.
We've killed people using a paint roller, a bucket, a hairdryer, and a fire hydrant. How are we gonna top that? Simple! By killing people with a washing machine! If you don't think this is the best game ever from that alone, I guess that means you played Xenoblade. Sloshing Machine is a bizarre mixture of blaster and slosher. Not a combination I think anyone was asking for. It's more like the rapid blaster than any other type. It launches exploding rounds like a blaster that travel in a corkscrew arc, making it the only weapon that does this, but still allowing to hit over and around objects like a slosher can. It thankfully requires 2 hits to splat to prevent it from being a pre-patched Luna Blaster. No matter what, the main attack takes 2 hits to splat, and one of them has to be a direct hit for it to work. For what's basically a blaster, it can be difficult to master, and I seriously did not mean for that to rhyme, but I'd suggest this more as an option for a blaster main than a slosher main. There's not much here that we haven't already said about blasters and sloshers. It works just as you would expect a fusion of the two to work. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I'll leave completely up to you. Special depletion is light. Moving on to the sub, it has a splat bomb. An indirect hit from a splat bomb does 30 base damage and will set up for a sure kill from the main washing machine as long as it makes a direct hit. Also, I'm glad that main washing machine is now a canon term. And its special is Splat Bomb Rush. Pretty standard to say that it aids in pushing objectives in splat zones. You know how this works. For equipment, it was a little hard to recommend more than just a few abilities, but I think Swim Speed Ninja Squid would be the way to go for this. Behold the power of Neo! Sloshing Machine Neo, that is. Same stats completely to the vanilla, and its sub-weapon is Point Sensor. This set isn't played often because, in the words of people I've asked about it, the Point Sensor just isn't worth it when it takes multiple hits to splat and the bombs just complement the existing weapon well as it is. However, it's not all lost. Its special is Inkzuka. This is the same kit as H3 Nozzle Nose D if you play that weapon, and it might be sorta cool being able to fight at long range with the Point Sensor, making it easy to hit the mark, but it's kind of a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Not the most popular weapon out there. And its equipment recommendations aren't really terribly different. Since there wasn't a lot to say here, as a bit of a fun fact, people found this weapon by combing through some update data before it was officially released. When it was found in the data, it had the name Big Ball Launcher, leading people to believe we were going to get a fireworks launcher as a weapon. Seriously, make that happen in a future game, please. That is awesome. And its placeholder data was set to do 120 damage per hit. People had no clue what to expect with this one. I am so glad I'm not having to play this thing, because I am awful with it. Hold on to your tentacles. It's Inkopolis news time. Okay, the current regular battle stages are Port Mackerel. I want to try racing one of those forklifts around. Callie, you can barely ride a bike.
Okay, Marie, give us your very best tactical tip. Winning is temporary, but looking cool is forever. This is my Marie's the best.
Yeah, exactly. He's finally someone who understands me.
There's a reason she won that last Splatfest, but Port Mackerel, yuck.
Port Mackerel.
Mackerel.
And this is the first time I've seen the forklift one. We got Moray Towers.
Yay!
Should ever called in sick. You are the worst kind of person. You actually like Moray Towers.
Living it up.
Okay. Living it up. All right, I guess we'll see what the ranked battle stages are. I don't imagine we'll be playing in ranked, but we can see. We have Blackbelly Skate Park. Did you know the Blackbelly Skate is a type of fish? Yep, one of my friends is a Blackbelly Skate. That's such a clever stage name, because I remember when I first saw it, I just thought Blackbelly was the name of the fish, and they just, you know, it's a skate park though, but no, if it's actually called a Blackbelly Skate, that's such a clever name.
It really is. I remember going fishing with my grandfather, and we'd always get upset when skates would get on our lines, because we can't eat them, we can't catch them, they're just sort of useless as far as fishing is concerned.
Oh yeah,
so
like
throw them back.
Yeah, rock bass I always had trouble with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Camp Triggerfish, campsite, bring the marshmallows. No, but I brought the hot dogs. Team hot dog for life, yo. Once again.
Heck yeah.
Stay fresh, and I guess now we're going to have to look at the equipment. So I have a choice between map I don't like and map I don't like. So
at least I have one map I like.
Turf Wars. Since you are the guest that has taken on the arduous task of beating people up with a washing machine, how about you show us what equipment you're going to be using to do so?
All right, I chose the Squid Nordic as my hat, or my head item.
Good hat, good hat.
Yeah, with comeback, special duration up, quick respawn, and swim speed up. For my clothes, I have the Camo Zip hoodie with quick respawn, ink saver main, ink saver sub, and swim speed up. And finally, for my shoes, I have the soccer cleats, which gives me bomb sniffer, special charge up, run speed up, and bomb range up.
Bomb sniffer is not an ability you see a lot of people run. It technically does help every weapon equally, so you could technically recommend it for every weapon, but it's not something you see terribly common. Would you want to explain why you chose to go with that?
Yes, well actually my favorite weapon in the game is the golden arrow spray, which comes with mines, and I've noticed a lot of other people really like to use the golden arrow spray, which means mines are very common. So I used these shoes once and loved the fact that I could spot all these mines coming around and sort of avoid them. And it just became something I became so used to that I never really went from them. I just really like the ability to see that hazard, especially since I am not, by any means, a professional player. I just like having this setup.
I can see that, how it would be nice to do that. In tower control, you see mines everywhere, because they're so nice to place on the tower and just delay the other team being able to get up on it for another few seconds every time. Having them to know when a suction bomb is around a corner or like above your head where you can't see it out of view of your camera angle, that's also nice. It's an okay ability. It's nice that it gives you bomb defense, but yeah, it's not something you see terribly often because a lot of the other shoe abilities are just so well liked that a lot of people don't do it though, but I can respect that. I see you like quick respawn quite a bit though.
Yeah, I like to get back into the action as quick as possible.
You're basically playing a type of blaster, though, so that you see that a lot, too, where those run quick respawn quite a bit. Anyway, for my equipment, I've actually decided to play the vanilla Octobrush. The Octobrush Nouveau worked out great for me when I first played that, and I was thinking that if I was going to give an alternate kit of something a chance, it might be this. There's a lot of corners to play around with in Port Mackerel. Moray Towers, I've already shown why I like using squid beacons there, so I thought I would give that strategy another try using the Octobrush this time around. For my headgear, I've gone with special charge up on the Firefin visor. I want to get my Kraken as often as possible. I'm going to be throwing ink around all over the place. Just going to try to make that expensive Kraken a little bit more affordable by packing lots of that. Have a little bit of them out of my shoes as well. So effectively, I have close to 2 mains of it between my subs and my main. On the clothes, I've gone with my white anchor tee once again. I love this thing so much. I can't believe I got this lucky on it. I have to reiterate that. Ninja Squid with 3 subs of swim speed up. How, like, this brand doesn't even have increased chances of swim speed up. Increased chances, but anyway. I don't know how I did this. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment and one of the luckiest things I think I've ever rolled in the entire game. I've gone with the crazy arrows for the shoes. I run these quite a bit whenever we're doing ranked battles. We are just doing Turf Wars today, but I thought it would be nice to have with the Octobrush. Between Stealth Jump and Ninja Squid, I'm not going to be able to be seen too easily. I've already gone over the fact that this has the special charge up on it. I do have a little bit of special saver. It is going to help me quite a bit on this weapon with it being a light special depletion weapon, just making that penalty for dying go down even more, so I'll be losing 30-something% of my special and not 40% of it. Anything with light special depletion, special saver is great on, especially if it's a weapon that's close range and tends to play for trades a lot, so I think I'm going to be pretty good here. Now for my fashion sense, let's give this a title. I am a really tacky tourist. I think that's the best I can do. What about you? You didn't give your fashion a name. I generally.
Oh, my fashion a name? I want to say I came in from hunting, but I forgot to take off my soccer cleats. So the Sporty Hunter.
The Sporty Hunter.
With my mighty washing machine, ready to take everybody down.
Well, you didn't take off your soccer cleats because you didn't have any clean socks. They're in the washing machine right now. You see how that works.
Exactly. And you need some way to like really get it into the snow, since we got that hoodie that Squid Nordic on, so we gotta get through the snow somehow. We make do.
You're making me want to see what Inkopolis would look like in the winter. I'm sure it's beautiful, and
oh, they should do that.
Oh, they should. There should be like a wintry map. I would love that. Not even just Christmas theme though, but maybe like a map that changes seasons or something. Like everything in Splatoon is all summery. It'd be kind of cool if there was some map that was located in the Arctic North. You could do like one of those resorts that's made entirely out of ice or something like that.
Yes, and as the seasons change, the ice melts, and then you have new water hazards.
Oh, that would be cool. It'd be like a reverse of Mahi Mahi Resort, but we're getting off topic here. How about we just go into our Turf Wars, get it going?
There you are. Join. And I should be in there. Please wait. Don't tease me, game.
Please. 4th person just joined. 5, 6, 7. One more. Only one slot left. Only one slot left.
Come on, get me in there. Don't tease me with the please wait.
Still says searching for an 8th player. There's still time. Please. I actually want this to do. I don't know why the... Derek, yes!
Yes!
First game! First game!
Woo!
Finally! Finally, we don't wait a whole game for you to join. It always happens. Always happens.
Really? Oh, I'll take that. And Moray Towers. Heck
Moray
yeah.
Towers.
At least we're starting well.
Favorite. Let's see. We're on the same team. Cool.
Oh, sweet.
I don't have to fight a person who actually enjoys this map, and they don't have a sniper on their team, and we have a sniper on our team. This is awesome. I love this. All right. Well, you're the one who's playing the weapon of the day, so I'm just gonna go do my thing. I've already gone over the strategy before when playing on Moray Towers when using the Crack-On Splat Roller, which has the same kit as we see here. How about you just tell us what it is you're doing?
All right. Oh, I have the Splashing Machine Neo, which I'll be honest, I don't use this. Huh? Sloshing machines. I said splashing. Sloshing Machine. And I honestly don't run this kit too often just because I am not... I usually set my buckets for ranked battles. But what I've done, I have practiced up with it. What I've noticed is this thing is great if you want to take out other players. It is basically a headhunting machine. Not really great for splatting or getting a lot of coverage. Ah, shoot. Just as I got my Inkzuka charged up. I do prefer the ability to aid my teammates and basically offer up a way for them to identify other players. And I play a lot more offensively, I find, than I normally do. Usually with Turf Wars, I just worry about inking as much, and I'll fight other people if I feel like it, if I come across them. But here, I am actively searching out people and trying to take them out. Oh, nice, took him down before he had his, the sound waves things. I'm sorry, it's been a little while.
Killer whale, killer whale.
Killer whale. No orca for you.
No orca.
But yeah, it's not great for just coverage, but it is awesome for taking out enemy players, as I just failed to demonstrate.
Ah! We both died to the same guy.
We're
I
playing
got my
against
squid
Japanese
beacons
players,
there.
so.
He doesn't seem to be aware that they're... Oh, no, he just destroyed one of them. Maybe
Oh,
he
well,
is
I'm on my way over,
I got
so-
one, I got one. We actually both jumped to
Oh.
him before it was destroyed.
And then he took me out.
Got
At
him.
least
I
you
avenged
took him out.
I avenged
That's good. Well, that's because he knew you were coming, or didn't know you were coming, I should say. But yeah,
Probably oh. This freaking carbon roller. Wow.
Toss that over there, see if I can nail anybody.
You want a point sensor?
Oh boy!
This carbon roller is so tenacious, yo.
Man, you ain't kidding.
Nope.
I'll event.
We got him pushed
I
back
got him.
pretty nicely. I'm not too worried about this, but
Yeah.
you with your quick respawn and me with my squid beacons, I think it's going to be a good combination. We are jumping together a lot.
Yeah, we've kind of teamed up without realizing it.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. In a lot of cases, especially in bigger maps like this, the other person that I'm playing with winds up pretty far away, if not on the other team. Mm-hmm.
I think
nice that we're actually.
I think it helps that we both decided to be very aggressive with this map. Again, it benefits these sloshing machine Neo, and I'm sure both sloshing machines, just because I'm going to use up this since I'm running out of time, actually, and cover a lot. Didn't actually use the Inkzuka at all during this match. But, again, be aggressive as my best advice.
Oh! Last second kill with the Kraken!
Nice!
After wasting my Kraken, like, when you were saying, like, oh man, I wasted my Inkzuka right as soon as I got it, at the same moment you said that, I wasted my Kraken as soon as I got it, where I didn't activate it in time. But no, I made up for it, got that kill.
16-21. Not bad. Like I said, I do not use this weapon too often, but if you're aggressive, I think it works out.
Yeah. See, I know you've been practicing with it. I know it's a weapon you at least enjoy playing, which is more than I can say. I have a hard time finding players for the sloshing machine, and every time I've played it, I don't understand it, because the shots traveling in a corkscrew, that's what gives me trouble. I can't get used to that, because it's the only weapon in the game that does that.
It is very strange, but I sort of like it, because it doesn't splash over everything. It's much more of a targeted hit. I just sort of like make sure I have my reticle on the player and just try to eke it out. And I definitely get a lot more kills with this thing than I do otherwise. But again, I am playing a lot more aggressively, and I don't know. I enjoy my time with it. It's not as bad as I was dreading after. Wow, we are getting really lucky today.
Yeah. Oof.
Port mackerel.
Let's just take another win in here. This map was why I decided not to play the wasabi splatter shot this time around, because that was the one I had in my mind, and also we're on the opposite teams. Because launching an ink strike in here, you can only launch it at the two big open areas in the center of the map, though, because these areas with corners, you're going to waste a lot of an ink strike by launching it within that area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
So we're on opposite teams now, so let's see if I can actually take you on.
Yeah. Take on me.
See, this I really do not enjoy the thin hallways. It really does feel like just you're stuck in kill zones.
I guess that's true, and it's also a different map in that there's two centers to the map and not just one. The absolute middle of the map is those narrow hallways. Yeah,
it's weird. And I've had some good matches, but I tend to just be awful. Let's see if I can.
I thought that was you for a second. I just killed somebody that I thought was you, but sadly not. Well, I guess you'll be the one I get revenge on. The sloshing machine is just that one weapon for me. Every time I play it, I do terribly, and every time I fight it, I do terribly too, just because I don't understand how it works too well.
Yeah, it's something, but I got taken out by a Kraken. I thought it was you. I just ran out of my Inkzuka when the Kraken was coming at me, and I was left vulnerable.
Where did that guy go?
Oh man, somebody was hiding. Betty. Betty is my enemy right now, more than anybody else.
I slipped on that Kraken again. I was gonna get a double kill. One of them was gonna be you.
For people who are wondering why I don't do... Oh, nice. I got Betty back. Why I don't use the teleport to allies too often, I find myself... Oh, shoot. Somebody's behind me.
Somebody, you say?
Ah! That guy is a jerk. I do not like him. I recommend unsubscribing if he had a YouTube channel.
If you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, if he had one.
I mean, if you're watching on Facebook, that's absolutely fine. He doesn't care if you
I walked right into the line of... This is why I hate this map. So many blind spots. And
you got to check around... Well, because you have explosion-based attacks, you can check around corners really easily, though.
Yeah, this is where my playstyle really shows its weaknesses, and I'm just not able to... Yeah. Again, I am just having a heck of a time. Which, you know, is... I also, like, don't try not to get too discouraged when it comes to that kind of thing. But, you know, we are getting forced back. You guys have 2/3 of the map right now. It's crazy.
Indeed we do. Is that point? No, NZAP. Okay.
I don't think I've gotten a single kill yet, which is sad for this.
Let's go. Going.
Come on, there we go.
Easily
got him before I got taken out.
Even if it means death for me, I'm keeping on the pressure. I haven't been using my squid beacons much in this map. I guess I can lay one down right now for good measure, just to say that I did.
Yeah, I
didn't need him.
Didn't see him come across it. Yeah, you guys destroyed us. We had one last push there in the end, but wasn't enough. Hey, I'll take 40%. I thought we were doing way worse than 40%.
It's one of those things where those little patches of it in the middle of ours means a lot more than you would think it does.
2 and 8. Yeah, I did awful.
You didn't get 8th place. You didn't get 8th.
That's something.
Lucky number 7. Well, yeah. I guess that's really about it, though. So I guess once again, thank you for joining me here today. If you would like to say where they can find you, even though you kind of already did, you can do that because it's kind of end of video tradition whenever you have a guest that you tell them to do that.
Yeah, that's very true. If you guys enjoyed me, you can find me over at Game Explain. We do a lot of Nintendo games. We're definitely going to be covering Splatoon on the Switch whenever that finally comes out, because I really do enjoy this game, even though I'm not the best at it. So we have discussions, analysis, all that good stuff, and hope to see you guys there.
Well, let's see what Judd has to tell us. Mew, your vibe is toasty. Here's a little bonus of 100 coinage. Meow! Oh, Super Sea Snail, thy name is... whatever his name is. Maybe it's Billy. I don't know. I like to think that Judd actually cares for these sea snails in his spare time and, you know, somehow doesn't eat them even though he's a cat, and he entrusts them to you thinking that you'll give them a good home, but then, nope, you just give them to Spike and he gets them. I didn't even see what he said right there, but all right. Oh, I see you play as the Inkling girl, actually. I see in my plaza. Wow, she actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I do prefer the female appearance. I like the female design more than the male design.
Everyone does. I only know one girl who plays as the dude, but I know so many dudes that play as the girl.
And I still get people asking, why do you play the girl? I'm like, I just like her design better.
Yeah, she does. She looks better. I think even her amiibo's better made.
Oh, yeah. I'd agree with that.
All right.
So,
Guess that's it, though. Yeah. Next time on Splatoon, we are going to be looking at a very inaccurately named blaster weapon. See you guys then.